Honorable James Somare, Haus Governor, Honorable Haus Governor Alan Bird, Leader of the National Alliance Party, Honorable Patrick Puraj, Members of Parliament, Ministers, public servants, professionals, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to join my leaders from West Nolens, the Honorable Governor and former Prime Minister Twinkie, Honorable Minister, Member for Open, William Duma, Honorable Western Ugdi, Honorable Minister Daki, Member for Mulbaya, Kotrabe, and my former colleague, former members, and also the people of West Islands living in Port Moresby, to pay tribute and respect of our founding father and the anchor of our country and a united force in this nation of many tribes. I had the privilege as the governor for West Islands from 2007 to 2012. I thought he was a very aggressive politician, and of course our governor and former Prime Minister Twinkie in the politics of this country. I managed to find myself comfortable with Grand Chief. And one of the things that when I first became the governor of West Islands, I had political parties and members of leaders of political parties, they wanted me to join them. And I said to them when they approached me, and I said, well, all of you have been raised by Somare, so I was a baby that was born 1975, that the country got independence. So I think I have the privilege to be a member of parliament when our founding father is still alive, so I think it's better for me to join in and learn some tricks about politics, about nation building, about vision, about leadership. I know many of our Papua New Guineans, friends, both here and overseas, have paid the tribute. And I would like to join also to pass on behalf of my family, I want to pass my condolences to Lady Warenika, Ata, Sana, and the siblings, and also the government of Isivik and the people of Isivik province at this time of mourning. It's because he was a warrior. He's a braveheart. He was a leader. And of course, he was a father. Not only father to the kids, but father to all of us. As I listen and as I see from these news feeds, he's been a great man, a great soul God has given us to unite these many tribes in this country. And I tell you, this is the most difficult country to run in this world. And I think our one of our former members from West Islands and former member for Bayalums and Kombiam, Tramba Kapibi, has given a fine tribute of what they've experienced in their time, as well as the former member for Tambul Neblia, And those are the experiences that I have when the country was getting independence. I was born in 1975, and I'm as old as the country, and still managed to come and been grateful to the people of Western Islands that I had the privilege to join him at that time. And he did a couple of things that I want to say tonight. The first thing was that he was a man of vision, and he was a man of many courage, and he was like a father to all of us. When he talked to me when I was at the professional level as a politician, he was talking to me not as a politician, but he was talking to me as his own son. And one of the great things they've done is the Mandagen City Redevelopment Plan that's approved by his government under the National Alliance government. And that's the one he said that when he approved in the NC, he said that, son, begin ini, this is the vision. And one kind of vision me been got long 1960s. Also, me bla baksim independence. Mamlaksin political independence, ranim country lo me bla sol. This la vision you walking by. I'm this la vision bla school man, bla begin ini bla ibla by. This la vision bla walking money long. This little towns and cities. Now white man, now not money come. But looks how also you bla school finish. You bla got this la one can survey also white man. Now by you bla walking good so that all begin ini only come now white man to come by looking place bla you senis. Also to put a start before and no katemba senis. So I was Mr. Olga time feeling, but walking this fla. Plane by me call Karim Golong, civic na by, or civic by Madam na good infrastructure na plane by stop long. Civic. Now, I had the privilege of him launching this plane in Mandagen at Queen's Oval in 2010 for a 1.4 billion project. And that was because there was confidence in this country when he was the Prime Minister. And that's when we pulled off the LNG project. And I planned for this regional infrastructure so that the future revenue can be locked in for regional infrastructure projects. And you have seen that. He was not a well-educated man, but he was a very wise man and very knowledgeable and very experienced, so he knew what this vision was, and that was for the benefit of the people. That was my experience with him. And more so on the political independence of the state of Papua New Guinea, that Grand Chief and so many of our forefathers that has been fought hard with the courage to get political independence. Also, it was more so in a blessing that when he became the Prime Minister in 2002 for the last time up to 2011, it was more fitting that they gave us this PNG LLG project. With no political confidence, with no leadership confidence, this kind of investment wouldn't have happened without Grand Chief being the Prime Minister. And that is the start of our, the current Prime Minister's take back policy that we're looking to take back Papua New Guinea through economic independence. And I think he has set the stage and set the platform that's a challenge to all of us leaders in this country. And going forward, I think he is the man that in this House cry, National House cry, and the rest of the country is facing, is moved the nation as united leaders. He's united all Papua New Guineans together, and that's what he wanted. And I think that's a good thing that now is gone down. There's a good seed, and we'll see things coming up for whatever plans God has and whatever we have as people of this country and as leaders. I think the Grand Chief Somare set the standard, set the stage, provided the leadership, and is the role model. And maybe not be perfect, but it's the best role model. And as a father of this nation has produced, And I take this privilege on this podium to pay tribute and respect. Grand Chief, you're a champion. There's more generation to come. You will still rule by the graves in 1,000 years' time. God bless. Good night.
That was Olga, former governor of Western Islands, who served under